Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So what you're seeing here is a workflow, but it actually uses what's called a multi-agent system. This is an orchestrator agent that will dispatch and organize execution by sub-agents. And why am I setting up this system? Why am I making a video? Why am I sharing this? Because honestly, this is a real revolution we're seeing with n8n. So first I read the article that was on the n8n blog. So it's an article that was published this week, and here it actually shows the importance of creating an orchestrator agent and that this agent has sub-agents under it to execute tasks. And I'll explain to you why this is important and why it truly changes everything in n8n automation. So let me explain. So this is a workflow where, for example, if I send this email to my inbox, it's as if, say, a client is sending this email. As you will soon see, when we are building out these complex agents inside of an n8n workflow, we cannot specify all the conditions or account for all the different edge cases. And especially when we put a prompt that's too detailed in here, you'll see that sometimes the workflow will bug out. That means it won't really return the correct information. And when I try to set up an orchestrator agent, you'll see that this agent will direct a specific case to a sub-agent to execute it. And honestly, the result is extraordinary. It's nothing like before. So the example I'm going to work on with you today is simple. The system will retrieve all the emails from my inbox, and this is a very common business use case that's often utilized by large companies that want to automate their customer support operations, for example. So, when I receive the incoming email, this sophisticated orchestrator has the primary task of understanding exactly what it's about and determining to which specific department the email should be automatically sent. Okay, for instance, is it a topic related to anything specifically billing related or financial in nature? Is it a topic related to the technical side or account management simply to handle the customer account? So it has to send it to what we call the account manager or the account specialist. That's one example. So when it sends it, for example, to billing, here, the billing agent is the one who will handle this email, the one who will reply, because they specialize in everything related to billing, payments, and collections. And so it can have a specific template. And be careful, it can have specific tools and memory. That means this system can simply, for example, have access to Stripe, have access to another billing software. It can have access to Excel, Google Sheets. It all really depends on each company and what they use. And if, for example, it's a technical question, that's when the system will, for instance, send the information to this agent. And this agent has access to documents, to PDFs, to Q&A resources. So as a result, it knows the technical side perfectly. Billing and everything related to it is not its concern. And instead of centralizing everything in a single agent, here we use multiple agents. And honestly, the system is really, really interesting. So of course, we're going to run some tests here to, well, actually run this workflow. And I'm giving you the workflow to download for free. Try it out and you'll see it's truly an extremely powerful system. Of course, you can customize it according to your company's customer support needs. I'm going to give you everything in the rest of this video. Stay until the end. So, first thing, I'm actually going to download this workflow. I'll leave it for you ready to be imported. So I'll put the workflow at this link. You simply enter your email address, then click on template and documentation, so you will receive it by email. I'll leave the link to this page in the description of this video. So once you've downloaded the workflow, you come here, simply click on import from file like this, and you'll import it into your n8n. If you already have an n8n account, that's perfect. If you don't have an account, well listen, there are two ways to create one. Either you go to the official website, click on pricing, and here you simply select a subscription. There are some that start at $20, $50 or $667 per month. But be careful here. If I scroll down a bit, the problem actually with this $20 pack on n8n is that you're limited to only 5 workflow executions at the same time. And that's really, really little, especially if you're a freelancer and you want to test workflows. Being able to run only 5 is very limited. So the alternative I recommend on Hostinger here is that you can actually have an unlimited server. That means at a low price, cheaper than the official server, but you have the freedom to run an unlimited number of workflows. So I'll leave the link to this page in the description. Be careful, you need to go to the page where it says Agent IA in order to actually deploy the very latest version of n8n. So here they offer you several packages. The one I recommend is this one. It has 8 GB of RAM and 2 processors. It's excellent for running workflows. You won't feel any slowdown at all, or that it lags. So there are 8 GB, so this server is really very interesting. It's excellent. I click on select, and so here I can simply enter a promo code that n8n, or rather Hostinger, shared on their blog. So they provided this code. You just need to type go n8n like this. And there you go. And you click on apply. You'll see that it will give you a 10% discount. Well, there's a little trick. This is a coupon for people who are buying a server from Hostinger for the first time. So if you already have an old server with Hostinger, try creating a new account with a new email address. So with a new email address, this coupon can work as if you are a new customer on Hostinger. So once that's done, here's a second free tip. Scroll down here, don't select n8n. Just come here and type n8n. Like this. All right, I'm searching. There we go. Here, application. Look, I select application and here you'll find n8n plus 100 workflows. So take this one, it's free. This one will give you the 100 most popular workflows today pre-installed on your server. So as long as it's free, take advantage and click confirm. Once you actually confirm this order, you have 30 days, in fact, satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. What I think is cool from Hostinger is that you'll be taken directly to your interface and there you'll import your workflow from a file. I click on open and there you go, I have the workflow. So now you can follow along with me through the complete training with the workflow already installed, which you can simply run. Let's go. So now we're going to move on to running our workflow. So what's very important to know is that the workflow will receive as a trigger any email that I receive in my inbox. Of course, it can retrieve either emails that are in a specific folder or all the emails I receive in my Gmail inbox. Next, where we have an orchestrator, that's basically the conductor. It's the orchestrator that will retrieve and understand what the request is about, so it can send the request to a single specific agent below. Once the agent processes the request, it will reply via Gmail, but I don't want it to send the email with the response directly. I can do that later, of course, but for testing purposes, I simply ask it to create a draft so I can actually send this information. So I'm simply going to show you a little diagram. So here I have the intelligent solution, which is kind of like the orchestrator, and it's the one responsible for finding which specialized agent will actually handle the request. Because in each agent, I will have the specific model, the specific information, the memory, the data, the instructions that are very specialized, very precise in relation to a particular field or department. So if I come here, we're simply going to deactivate this. So here I've actually put in a test email as if I were going to send it to another company. And here I say to them, listen, I was charged twice. And I explain, there you go, I explain, here are the details. So this is a person sending a complaint email. All right. So as a result, this email is here. When we send it, I'll just come back here and we'll try to run this workflow to see if it will catch it. So I run the workflow. So now it has picked up this email. The orchestrator sent it to the billing support. That's it. So as a result, it has just prepared a response. We'll check it together to see if this response was received or not. And here, when I look at my inbox, I can actually see that the system has sent it. So it received it, it prepared the draft, so we'll take a look at it together. Here is the email we received. 2 minutes later, and it automatically prepared it. So here it actually apologizes for having charged, or rather for the transaction that was processed twice. And here it talks about the company's refund policy. So since it specializes in everything related to billing, it tells you that you'll receive the money within 5 to 7 business days, and that's it. And of course, you can add the signature either from the service department or from support. So here, you can actually include this information. I can see that it was really well executed, so the system sent it exactly to the other agent. And if I go into support here, I'm going to look a bit deeper into the system. You'll see that here, it's going to retrieve the information. And here, what I actually set up, I'll show you. I placed what's called a system prompt. And in this prompt, I explain to it what its mission is, that it is an orchestrator. And of course, it has the 3 pieces of information regarding the sub-agents it manages. And what is its mission? It's to dispatch, to choose which agent is best suited to carry out this type of execution. And that's actually the role of the orchestrator support. That's where it can, of course, work with the system. If I scroll down a bit here, I see that I gave it GPT 4.1 here, but I could give it another GPT like 5 and so on, which is a bit more advanced because it's worth it here to, speed up the system a bit and give it 5.1. I think that's more suitable, for an orchestrator. We're going to give it all the resources because its decision is very important. So here you actually have the option to choose a powerful model that can, of course, take on this responsibility to dispatch the information. Let's try to do another example. To really understand if it's a technical question, is it able to direct it to the technical agent or not? And there you go, now we're moving on to another exercise. So, as you can see, here's a technical problem. There you go, it's encountering a 500 error, and we want to know if the system was able to detect that or not. So if I come here, we're going to try to run it. There, we're running it again because we're waiting for the email to be received. There you go. There you go. So now it's working. You just have to be patient. So now the email has just been sent. The orchestrator, there you go. It understood. You see, it's a technical issue, so it sends it here. So the more I have special agents who are focused on a problem, on a department, the better the quality of the result will be. Imagine if I ask it in a more general way to execute, to understand, and to process all the information within a single agent. Obviously, it will never actually produce the right result. Imagine that. This is just an example, but imagine you have several departments, several possible cases, several systems, and so if you try to group everything into a single agent, it will never actually deliver a truly good result. And that's why you see companies use the workflow, and after a certain point they tell you, well, listen, our company has to handle things on a case-by-case basis. The agent can't, even if we've improved the prompt and it becomes a bit very complicated to maintain the prompt, but as a result, when you've, separated the agents, you'll see that here you simply have the time and the means to really determine all the details. Of course, this is still just an example, but obviously you still need to push the information further so that each agent is truly specialized for your company simply by providing all the necessary details and very precise instructions. So if I go back here, I see that it picked it up, so it gave the second response. Let's try to take a look at it now. So here, it's really moving into technical support territory. So now it's telling them, here are the steps to move forward. You need to confirm the version. You need to tell me, for example, that you've done the export. In any case, I really like this because imagine a client sends something and gets a quick response. And even if it's not an automatic reply, because I might not set it to send automatically, but as a user or as someone working on the team, if I see that the response is already prepared, I might add some information, validate it, confirm, and then just send it off. And don't forget that this information, I can also actually send a notification if I want to. I can try also to add a notification on Telegram, for example, or on Slack to let people know that a response has been sent to the technical support. And so the people in the technical group, they're the ones who will receive the notification telling them, listen, there's a brilliant response waiting to be sent. So as a result, I notify only the relevant people, and on top of that, they have a pre-programmed response. And then over time, if I run this system for 1 or 2 weeks, I improve my prompts, and afterwards, that's it, I activate it. For certain departments, I can request that the email be sent, so definitively. Let's try another email, for example, to request that the client wants to switch to the annual plan, for instance, and add 2 users to their account. So it's not billing, it's not the technical side, but rather more about the subscription account. So, as a result, we're going to try another test to see how it will actually switch to the third agent. And there you go. The last example is to request the addition of 2 users with an annual plan. Here, I provide the details, and so we're simply going to activate the workflow to make sure that the system prepares an appropriate response for me. And there we go, let's execute. There you have it, the email has been received. Now it's processing, and there you go. It actually identifies the right agent to prepare the appropriate response. Let's try to come here and see if the assistant will be suitable here, so I can refresh the page. There you go, the assistant is right there. I click here and there you go, it's preparing it for them. Hello Sarah, thank you for your message to confirm. So then the total is 5 users. And here it explains to them exactly how it works. So if you wish, we can also offer you a free trial. So really, by carefully referring to the comprehensive technical manual and the specific types of detailed responses that are typically provided in the company, the system will intelligently adapt itself accordingly. And that's actually how the system will operate. So thanks to an orchestrator, the quality of the result will be truly extraordinary, and it really changes everything in the n8n workflow. We'll have a workflow that's easier to maintain, a more precise workflow. It doesn't bug, it's extremely fast, precise, and above all, we actually have the ability to improve the memory and the rate of verification and improvement of this workflow. All of this has actually been explained in great detail in the article. There is a lot of very interesting information, so I also recommend that you check out this article on the official n8n blog, which gives you plenty of very useful information.